Park Center High School for an early season matchup in volleyball, as tonight a non-conference match. The Cooper Hawks paying a visit here to the Park Center Pirates. I am Jay Wilcox, and both teams off to decent starts, especially Park Center. They came up with 3 wins at the Irondale tournament over the weekend to place 5th in that tournament. They'd started off a little bit slow in their regular matches, but built a little confidence. They were actually shorthanded, playing without a couple of their middles that day too, but threw things together pretty well, and building a little bit of momentum. And they're also trying to build off the momentum of a big comeback in the JV match. Park Center rallying to beat Cooper on that one. Meanwhile, for Cooper, a young squad. They've got a couple of 8th graders who will be playing real key roles in the setter and libero spots. So the Hawks are off to a 1-6 start so far this year. They beat Fridley, but the rest of them have been tough ones. They lost Summer Ballard, obviously graduated and moved on to play up at the University of Minnesota Duluth. So they're just looking to build. Both of these teams have a little bit of inexperience overall in the program. Park Center not quite as young in terms of grade, but also some inexperience there. They've also got a new head coach this year as Andrea Emery takes over the Pirates program after she was an assistant. Well, these teams are in the same section. It's a non-conference match, but they're in the same section, so it could be important come seeding time. And Park Center got the best of Cooper last year. They're hoping to keep their momentum going and see if they can't pin a loss on the Hawks here. Cooper trying to pull off maybe a little bit of an upset on the road here tonight. It's the Hawks and the Pirates, and it comes your way next here on CCX.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Welcome back here to Park Center. Pretty lively gym here tonight. They've just got the one side of the bleachers out, but it's been noisy and people were pumped up, and a lot of noise at the end of that JV match, and I think it's a pretty good atmosphere for these teams to be playing. They've got a lot of students are here this evening to watch tonight as well, and so Park Center hoping to kind of take advantage of that home court advantage for them, get a little noise behind them, and Cooper trying to come in here and see if they can't get their second victory of the season. These teams did play at a scrimmage a couple weeks back, it sounds like, so they have actually been on the court against each other. Not quite as pressure a situation, obviously, for both of these teams. There's a look at Brian Borges, the Cooper head coach, and he said they've been practicing well, and he likes a lot of the things that they're learning, and obviously they got plenty of inexperience. He thinks his young 8th graders are going to be very good players, and they're showing signs of it already, but certainly have some progress to be made there as well. And on the other side, we mentioned there in the black, Andrea Emery is the new head coach for the Pirates, but definitely not new to the program. And she played here at Park Center and then became an assistant just a couple years later. Her father, Randy Olmstead, was the longtime Pirates coach, and then he stepped down at the end of last season, and she stepped in and was hired as Park Center's coach. So she was quite happy with the way they played over at Irondale on the weekend, especially, as I mentioned, a couple of middles were not available, one of them taking a test and another out of town with a family funeral. So they, despite being shorthanded and having to kind of put some people in different spots, didn't do too bad a job in that tournament and getting victories, to secure that 5th place spot in that Irondale tournament. And so they were happy about that and trying to build on that a little bit. They beat St. Paul Central, Minneapolis Roosevelt, and Proctor in that tournament too. So, certainly maybe not the level of competition that they'll be seeing night in and night out in the Northwest Suburban, but still wins are wins, and just the way that they were able to kind of get things going and put it together. And it's a little bit the same for Cooper. They've got the top of their conferences in the Metro West has got some pretty strong teams. So there's a fair number of matches coming into the year where they know that probably not going to win them, but you look for the progress that you made. You look to beat the teams that you can beat, that are on your same kind of level, and that's what both of these teams are kind of trying to do tonight. And as I said, again, a section opponent, it could mean the difference between maybe being able to win your first round match and maybe not, or getting it at home. So that part of it is definitely something that the coaches think about, and maybe the players a little bit too, that when it is a team that is in your section, you definitely, for seeding purposes, would like to score a win. Things feel a little bit settled now too. Second week of school, you're more into the routine. You go to school, practice afterward, and then have your matches a couple nights a week. So I think things settle down in that regard too, whereas at the beginning, you're coming to volleyball practice quite a bit, and then not the school half of things. And then last week, of course, it's a little chaotic when you are first getting things started.
We hope that you will enjoy the game and support the athletes with a positive attitude, self-control, and respect of others. So now let's play.
Looks like we are just about ready here after some long-winded announcements there. And Pirates and Hawks will get set, see who can kind of get things established early on. Serving is a big key, and especially I think on the road, you want to, I don't want to say you don't want to be aggressive, certainly, but you want to be consistent in getting those serves in so you can kind of get things going, get into a little bit of a flow. And that's what Cooper is tasked with here as they get set to start the match. Mentioned they've got youngsters. Savannah Ballard will be their setter, and then Morgan Eukstead, their libero, both just 8th graders. Cooper discussing now some question on the lineup, it looks like already. Obviously the libero can come in, which Eukstead did, but so Morgan Eukstead will serve it up to start things out here for Cooper. And that one put away with a nice swing there by Tania Foster for Park Center. So they got her a nice set out to the left and able to put it home as you get a look at this point here. Nice pass on target there. Sydney Workin setting that one. Dug up nicely there by Naya Richter. Now Eukstead a dig. She leads their team in digs, nearly 100 already this season. Elliot Zubik a swing, but Kayla Cox digs it up. Workin tipping here. Good effort to get to it by Emma Freitag, and the Hawks get it over, but Park Center a free ball chance here. They'll come right side. That one's denied though. It's blocked by Magdalene Cole. Now Elliot Zubik, but that one dug up by Workin. Then Workin will get a chance with the swing. Just too strong. It nearly hit the Cooper player, but not quite, as they're able to spin out of the way just in time. Another look at that one as Workin got a good pass on target, and a little bit on, didn't really get on top of that one though. Here's a bullet serve. Gives Park Center a little trouble, but they will get it over. Ballard setting in the middle, and a kill there for Laura Biener. Good hang time there as the block, I think, was mistimed a little bit. They were kind of on the way down and unable to deny that one, so Cooper goes ahead 2-1, but then the next serve is too strong. Good power serve on the first one by Cole, but then drove that one well too deep. She will check out. Sydney Skoglund coming in for Cooper, and back to serve now Jessica Swanson for Park Center. even up at 2-2 here in the first set. Good recovery there to the corner. Now Cox sending it, and it's in. Cuts across court and able to just barely sneak that one in. So Park Center goes up 3-2. You see Cox. Yeah, good call. It was in. Ukestead will send a free ball over here. Workin delivers for Park Center. They come to the outside. One of their top hitters, Workin, able to deliver the kill there. So Swanson. Ballard a long chase to get it. Zubik firing away but missed. No touch up front, so 5-2 lead for Park Center. Swanson a short floater. Ukestead sending a free ball over, but a little too overeager there. Workin hammers it long, and Cooper kind of gets away with one there. They'll get a point out of it on the hitting error. So now it'll be Savannah Ballard to serve for the Hawks, trailing at 5-3. Tipped over but wide. Little indecision as Katrina Chen was backpedaling there. Pass wasn't exactly where she expected, but was unable to adjust to it. So Cooper now within a point. Ballard, another good tough serve. They'll come middle here, but we had a net violation against Cooper anyway. So it's going to be a point for Park Center no matter how you slice it. Another look as they get up into the net. 6-4 Pirates. Kayla Cox serving. And that one put away for Cooper by Taylor Quirum. So they're back to within 6-5 now. I'm sorry, not Taylor, but Zubik there with the kill. And she'll come back to serve now. Tough ball to handle there. Good job by Naya Richter to not overcommit on that one. It was not a good pass, but just had to reach for it with the left hand here. And the big thing here is don't crash into the net. And she was able to hold up her momentum there and ends up getting the point for Park Center. A real scramble point, but good job by Richter. Working a bullet there. Ballard dumping it over. Ukestead able to dig that one up. And this one put away on a swing in the middle by Jordan Fisher for Park Center. They kind of like their middles, and they'll use 3 of them tonight. You know, got some kind of raw ability there, and 8-5 lead now for Park Center. Workin, another tough serve. Cox with a nice pass. Workin getting it to the outside, but too strong with it there is Richter. And so now an 8-6 score as Cooper pulls back to within 2. Laura Beener will serve for the Hawks. Park Center a little mix up, but they get it over anyway. Here's Richter. Ballard setting that one right on the net, and it is put away in the middle by Park Center's Jordan Fisher as Ballard didn't put that one where she wanted. Fisher, pretty good patience, waited until it was just up in the plane of the net and puts it home 9-6. Richter serving here for Park Center. And it'll be an ace as Ukestead unable to get the pass away. Pirates by 4, timeout Cooper. Pirates just a little bit more consistent in this first set so far and helping them build this 4-point lead. There you go. Look, I talked about the good crowd on hand as they have. Seems to be a good student section. Pumped up, and that's good to see. You know, supporting if you're in another sport or just a student in general coming here and getting the volleyball team, getting behind them a little bit. So they lead it 10-6. Richter, one of 6 seniors on the roster for Park Center. Short serve, Ukestead gets to it. And that one will scrape over the net. Graham able to score the point for Cooper. And sometimes you have to take those to get a little momentum your own way there. It was obviously a little bit of luck with it scraping off the net like that, but they'll take it. Free tag now to serve for the Hawks. And that's a beauty. Cox, though, gets to it, and then it is put away by Foster. Boy, that one looked like it was going to be an ace, and I think probably most of the players on the court thought so, but Cox got to it. And then the quick pass, and Foster puts it away. Boy, you remember that one for Park Center if they win this first set. That was a big one. Looked like it was going to be an ace, and Cooper is going to be to within a couple. Instead, they get it over. And that one falls just in back in the deep corner. So Park Center, their turn for a little bit of luck there. 12-7 now. Get another look as it's really just punched over and just barely landing in. That one right down the sideline. Ukestead a dive, but it'll turn into an ace for Jordan Fisher, one of the captains for PC. And their lead stretches now to 6. Good pass that time, and then Ballard setting it up for the swing by King. And a net violation there against Park Center will give the serve to the Hawks. 13-8 now. Morgan Ukestead will serve. Zubik back in for Cooper. Ballard giving it to Zubik, but too long, looking for that far corner. Right at the line judge. That's when which way do I go here? But she did a good job getting out of the way here. And you can see this ball was clearly going to be long. Really no hesitation for Park Center to just get out of the way, let that one go. Chen to serve here for Park Center. Ukestead to Ballard. And denied at the net, but this is going to be a net violation call there against Park Center's Asia McBride. Cole serving here for the Hawks. Cox will send a free ball over here. Ukestead, nice ball to Ballard. Oops, Cox mishit that one a little bit. Working though, gets a big swing at it and puts it in. Cooper was creeping up a little bit. There was a little bit of space in the kind of that deep corner, and Working found it. And there you see it, and clearly in, so 15-9 lead for Park Center. Swanson will serve now for the Pirates. Cross court and just wide by Zubik. Boy, not a bad idea at all. There was quite a bit of room there, but didn't quite get it in. You see this one again, as she had to range out a ways, and I think actually a pretty good idea in terms of where to put it, but just not quite able to get it in. A slide there, and dug up though by Swanson. Ballard coming way across with it, and Zubik will put it home. Boy, Ballard, that's not an easy pass to make that distance all the way across court like that, but she got it done pretty well. Gave her hitter a chance. And it's a 6-point lead again for Park Center as Savannah Ballard will serve. Richter spraying that one too long. Makes it 16-11. They'll come to the middle, and it's put home by Workin. Probably their most polished arm swing hitter for Park Center, and is usually pretty aggressive. So 6-point lead again now, and Cox will serve for PC. Oops, a little miscommunication there. Eukstead backpedaling, got that ball up enough that somebody should have been able to take it, but they just didn't communicate. Timeout, Brian Borges. Another look at that one as you see this ball. That really probably should be Sydney Skoglund's ball there, and because she was the one facing it and seemed to have an easy opportunity to get to it, but they just didn't communicate. So 18-11 Park Center lead, and the timeout taken here by Cooper. Those are the ones that, you know, for a coach, you really want your team to be communicating there. And if not, I mean, you'd rather have two players go for it and get in each other's way than neither one go for it and back away from it, because obviously you have no chance to succeed if both back away like that. So just a little awareness kind of things, and they again need to be talking out there. It's amazing how much communication goes on in such a little small area in this sport, where you're always talking, they're moving, they're shuffling, they're getting out of each other's way at all times, and just the little talk is what a lot of times, you know, teams that aren't as experienced have trouble with, just making themselves heard and known right away what's going to happen. Kayla Cox serving again out of the timeout for Park Center. Ballard will come middle with it, but too long on the hit there is Querum. So Park Center has stretched the margin out to 8 now, their biggest lead here in this first set. And they would kind of just like to keep that little roll going and see if they can't finish Cooper off here in this first set. Working, oops. Double contact called there. That pass was not really where they wanted it, and it left Working in moving in kind of a tough spot to try and really make a good pass there, and she ended up being called for double contact. So Zubik will serve here for Cooper. Oh, that's a rocket. Handled pretty well though, and then dropped over off the net by Jordan Fisher. We saw that earlier the other way for Cooper, where just a little bit of fortunate bounce there as it's off the tape and down. Although Cooper, if they're really up and penetrating the net with that block, probably would still get the block there. So you can't say entirely that they had no chance on it. Cox mishits that one. So Cooper trying to chip away here. Obviously, once Park Center's gotten to 20 now, becomes, you know, a little tougher. That Cooper can't afford to trade points. They need to put a little run together. Biener will serve for the Hawks. Good, strong serve. Pulled off the net, though, and then Eukstead able to dig that one up. Whoops, a little miscommunication. They did get it over, though. And that one is put away cross court as Querum able to deliver there for Cooper. So they get a little excited after winning a long rally, 20-14. Cooper still down, but you know, getting something going. And sometimes even if you don't, you know, come all the way back and win the set, at least if you get something going late, it can kind of carry over for you, and that's what they're hoping, but obviously not conceding this first set by any means yet either. Oh, out of rotation. Cooper, boy, it was a great serve too, and that one hurts. Point for Park Center. So Richter will serve for PC as they get a little bit of a gift. Ballard dumping it over, and it works out as Fisher was mad at herself a little bit there. She didn't really read that one, and so she wasn't up in a blocking position. I'm sorry. Oops, my mistake. We had a call against Cooper there. So it's a point for Park Center. I think we had back row attack there, which I think the Hawks weren't necessarily agreeing with. And that one's going to be an ace. Up into the balcony there, and so Park Center with the lead, and not very good hands up there on camera, I might say too. Ballard dumping it over. Oh, Park Center. And this time, the fourth hit there as they had two players really collide going for that one. So 23-15 Park Center. Hawks still in it. Free tag to serve. And Cox's pass into the net that time. They couldn't handle it, so 23-16. Cox getting it to work in here. And score the point for Aja McBride there. Put it in a spot kind of between two Cooper players. They both had a chance to play it, but they kind of ran into each other. And so an 8-point lead again, and set point here for Park Center as Jordan Fisher serving it up. Just long as Cooper had it set up pretty well in the middle, but Cole's hit was too strong. Park Center will take the opening set here as we get another look. Good serve, but actually a pretty nice pass. Ballard, everything worked well for them except for the hit was just a touch too strong. And so it is Park Center prevailing in our first set. We will come back with more volleyball here. Set number 2 up next, 25-16 Pirates in the first.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs.
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh, man. Oh, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you. Oh. Just had a magnetic energy. So I thought, all right, we're definitely gonna be friends.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Welcome back here to Park Center High School. Jay Wilcox with you here on CCX Sports. Park Center winning the first set over Cooper, 25-16, and we get set to begin our second set. A little bit better serving, a little bit better passing for Park Center. Both teams had some good moments and some mistakes they'd like to have back, but obviously Park Center was a little bit more consistent overall and establishing themselves in that first set, so they grabbed the first one. Official checking lineups here, and I think they're also letting students know that they're not supposed to be sitting in that first row, because obviously there is times when you might come over to save a ball, and so they're asking them to move back one row. Chen will serve here to begin our second set for Park Center. And here we go in set two as Chen puts it in play. And that one mishit there by the Hawks' Faith King. Ballard into the middle, and it's put away there nicely by Cole. Single block, unable to deny her there. Another look is just up just a little bit late there. Double contact called there on that pass against Park Center, so Cooper scoring a couple in a row here, leading it 2-1 as Ukestead serves. Ooh, good tough serve there. And then they put away there on a free ball chance by Cole. Did what she should there. Got to make them pay for those overpasses after the good serve, and that's what Cole did. 3-1. Chen did a good job recovering. That pass was pretty tight to the net. She was about to her limit to where how far back she could go there and still have a play on that one, but got it done. Got a nice set, and Park Center gets the point. Jessica Swanson serving now for PC. And punched over there, but another put away in the middle for Cole. Again, taking advantage as you see Park Center just lunging for a couple of balls there, and Cole's eyes light up, and she waited nicely on that ball and puts it away. As a middle, you really feel like those are points you should earn, and that's what she's done. And that one into the tape there by Richter, so Park Center's come out a little bit slow here in this second set. Sometimes you relax a little bit, things kind of go your way in the first one, and Cooper by 3. Chen giving it to Warkin, dug up pretty nicely there by Freitag. Oops, a little miscommunication there by the Pirates. Now Ukestead trying to keep it alive and did. And that one's going to be sent wide. Park Center kind of fortunate there. They didn't communicate very well, ran into each other, and they were fortunate to get that ball back over, and then ultimately a mistake by Cooper makes it a 5-3 score. Kayla Cox serving here for Park Center. Ballard to the outside, tipped over there by Beener. Now Warkin skipping that one off the blocker. She hit that, waited and got herself set, hit that ball flat-footed, and a single block timing was pretty good, but just didn't quite have the coverage on that one. But then Cox, they misfire on the serve. Park Center, maybe not the greatest body language so far here in the second set. They look like they got frustrated on a couple of plays and kind of, you know, shaking their head instead of being all together and pumped up for each other. Orkin comes middle. Ukstead a nice dig there. Zubik rolling it over. Great effort by Chen, and they eventually get it over. Good hustle play there for Park Center. They'll come back to Workin, and she puts it home. Now there's a good point for the Pirates, led by that hustle by Chen that kept that ball alive. And you see Cox giving it back to Workin. Finds an opening deep middle, so Park Center to within a point. Aja McBride coming back into the lineup for Park Center as Workin serves. And that's a rocket, and it's an ace, 6-6. See that serve by Workin, not handled. Comes with another bullet, and that one will be another ace as it was right into the chest of Sydney Skoglund. Cooper wants a side out just so they don't have to face these serves of Workin, but that one is too strong. And, you know, the previous one may very well have been heading out too, but sometimes you really handcuff somebody when you hit it hard and right at them. It's hard to think about getting out of the way or ducking when the ball's coming right at you. So 7-all now. Zubik serving. McBride will, oh, let's see. They were asking for a touch. I sure thought it was. No, I guess not. Going to be a point for Cooper. The not at the net, but the back row player looked like she reached for it, but must not have hit it. And they're able to fight that one off. Zubik rolls it over. Here's the tip, and again, Cooper's able to recover on a scramble. And finally, Park Center will get the point. Jordan Fisher in the middle puts it away off the Workin set. Park Center didn't get frustrated, even after a couple balls that looked like they might be down. And you see the blocker was just late getting there, Biener. Chip down the line. I think that was wide of the antenna anyway there. Yeah, they were called for illegal lift there anyway. So 9-8 now for Park Center. Off the block. Now Workin will send it over to McBride. Dug up, but right to the net. And put home there by Jordan Fisher on the overpass. So Park Center's put together a little run. They lead 10-8. See that hard hit led to that overpass. And Fisher, again, patient enough to wait for it to get there. Collision, that ball is good to the corner. It almost looked like it might have been a fourth hit on Cooper, but either way, Park Center stuck with it. Jordan Fisher gets the kill, timeout Cooper. As after they had an early lead, Park Center has rallied back a little bit. Well, they see that one, it's dug off the net. Good job by Biener to stick with it. But then they weren't ready to. Well, I guess that was just the third hit there. Obviously, I got a little bit thinking that second ball was the third. So, but anyway, a nice job to take advantage there by Fisher. On those scramble points, eventually there's going to be an opening. So you have to just keep your concentration and not be thinking like, okay, we've already won this point. Anticipate the ball being in at all times, I guess, is the rule of thumb. Cooper right now, you see the players doing some talking to it. Isn't Coach Borges just, getting all over him? They're kind of discussing things a little bit too here about what they're seeing out there. Richter to serve again for Park Center. Their lead is now 3. Tipped over. Workin gets there. Now Cox. And then a miss hit by Foster, the sophomore. Didn't really get her feet set under there. She was kind of backing up and just got it a little bit of a tough swing there. So now Biener will serve for Cooper. And not a good pass there by Fisher. It's a ball that she's probably got to take underhand there and get that ball up a little bit. And when you're that close to your setter, not really any chance for Workin to handle that pass. Ah, there we go. Cross court with it, Workin digging it up. And nice block there put up by Cooper's King. They get another block. Workin will send it over. And it drops in. So Park Center, really nice blocking there by Cooper, but Park Center did what I was just talking about. Don't assume a ball a point is over. Just stick with it and be ready for the next play here. Workin, I mean, admittedly, this is a little bit fortunate. You're sending a free ball back over your head, but still. Cross court and wide there for King. Park Center's lead is back to 3 now at 13-10 as Fisher gets set to serve it. And that one was not handled cleanly. Ball might have been heading out. And it was up, up around the shoulders there. And Biener, the rule didn't make clean contact with that. Nice hustle to get there by King. Workin will give it middle and put away there by Kaylee Fisher, the junior, in there in the middle now for Park Center. See, good vertical by her, goes up and puts it away. 15-10. Oh, that was just long. Ukestead was called off it by a teammate, and she turned and let it go, and it almost fell in. But Cooper will get the point and a serve here. As Freitag back to the service line for the Hawks. And that one is well wide, and Park Center wisely letting it go, communicating there to stay away from it. Michaela Parker was in, and she was the nearest to that one, and just watched it go. 16-11, Park Center lead now as Chen will serve. Ballard sending it over. Chen coming right with it, and a kill there for Foster. It might have surprised Park Center a little bit that she came right side with that ball, or surprised Cooper, I should say. So 17-11 lead for PC. Oh, tried to drop a short floater, and Chen just didn't get quite enough of it. Thinking not a bad idea there, but just needed another foot or so on that ball. Ukestead to serve now for Cooper. Chen coming to work, and Ukestead, a nice dig. Zubik sending it over. Chen will come to Fisher, but double contact called on that one. So we've had a few ball handling errors here in the match, and Cooper now back to within 4 points. Ukestead's got a good serve. And a misfire there by Foster, and now it's Park Center's turn to make a few mistakes. Timeout taken by Coach Emery as Cooper has battled back to within 17-14. see some of the events we've got coming up for you here on CCX. As volleyball will see the #1 team in the state Thursday night as Champlain Park hosts Blaine. And then this Friday, our football broadcast will be Edina Wayzata, which should be a pretty good one. And then got Minnetonka versus Wayzata soccer doubleheader coming up on Monday, the 17th. So it comes fast and furious, the fall season. You know, you get the build-up over the summer. And get a look there, way up in the right corner in the brown shirt there. Randy Olmstead, the former head coach for Park Center. And, of course, it's his daughter now, Andrea, who's coaching. And then the light blue there is our favorite front desk operative at CCX. Cindy Olmstead is a fellow employee. So talked to her quite a bit about her daughter coaching the Pirates this year and everything. And good to see them out here supporting the Pirate program still. And 18-14 lead now for Park Center as they get the point out of the timeout. Jessica Swanson serving. Ballard coming back with it. Ukestead will send it over. And a nice block there, kind of a tentative tip, and Cole was right there and ready for Cooper and gets the block. You see the set to the outside, changes up her mind, gonna tip, and really good job by Cole. And she will serve here. He hits it over, Workin though handled it. Now Workin punching that one over. Chen giving it back to the outside, and that one is put away by Richter. 4-point lead for Park Center. Cox back to the service line here for the Pirates. Park Center trying to kind of pull away at around the same point they did last set. Cooper's definitely battled better in the second set. And yeah, I think lift call there against Beener as she got her palm under that one quite a bit. So 5-point lead for PC. Zubik going to the corner and finds an open space for Cooper. So every time it starts to look like they maybe are gonna fall behind by too much, they seem to be able to come up with a point, which in the first set wasn't always the case. So they're still hanging in, down by 4. Savannah Ballard serving. And a little change of pace there as Fisher, not sure that was really by design. I think they were a little bit off on their timing, but Fisher hanging in the air was almost like a change up there and dropped that one in. Aja McBride back in, working to serve. And that one's going to be too strong. Cooper was victimized by a couple of those previous when Workin was serving, but that one clearly on a path out all the way, and so now Zubik will serve for Cooper. Swanson just slugs it over there. Nice block. I think Fisher got most of that one. Fisher and McBride were there. And that defense is a big part of this sport, and a nice job blocking that time for Park Center, and that gives them a 5-point lead. Nice dig by Workin and then swatted over. Near collision for Cooper, and then that one just punched back over. Workin will come over to the other side, and that one no good for Foster, so Cooper back in it. See if this one is blocked or hits the tape. I think it was off the tape. So Beener will serve. Cooper needs a run right now if they're going to have a shot. Park Center obviously only needing 3 points. Beener digs that one up. And put away by Durham for Cooper. They are to within 3. Pirates just not able to get that block closed there. And a misfire on the pass, and Cooper's bench a little bit pumped up. Timeout Park Center. Their lead has been trimmed to 2 just when it was looking like they were maybe gonna just pull away and put this second set in the books. Cooper fighting back, and they are now to within 22-20. Park Center back out there. Cooper trying to keep their momentum going here. This kind of goes without saying here, but this point right out of the serve is crucial, or right out of the timeout is very crucial. It's a 3-point lead, or a 2-point lead. It could become 3, I'm saying it for Park Center. And meanwhile, Cooper hoping to narrow it down to 1. And Beener misses with the serve. Went for the sideline, didn't quite get it. So a couple points out of timeouts have gone Park Center's way, and that was a big one. Now a timeout the other way for Cooper. So Pirates leading at 23-20. Boy, sometimes something as simple as that, just getting the serve in or not, as Park Center didn't have to do anything during that point other than just, let it go and not play that ball. So those are the kind that hurt if you're Cooper. I think the Hawks actually have served quite a bit better in this second set than they did in the first, though, but just that one not quite in play. So Jordan Fisher will serve for Park Center. See their home crowd giving them a little boost here. And they return the favor as Fisher serves it too long. So the teams trade serves that were out of play, 23-21. Free tag in to serve here for Cooper. Working to Foster. And then another swing for Foster on the overpass and puts it away. A nice job of keeping her feet and keeping her head ready as she got up and got that one for Park Center, 24-21. Chen trying to serve for the win here in the second set. That one blocked. They'll get another opportunity. Blocked again. And a net violation, fourth hit anyway against Cooper. So Park Center will take the second set as they win it 25-21. Good battle down the stretch. And this ball apparently not, the second one not blocked. It must have been off the net here as it ended up being a fourth hit. Watch right there. Oh yeah, yep. From up here, it looked like a block, but instead, the official definitely on top of it, getting a fourth hit call there. So 25-21 Pirates, they go up 2-0 here. We'll be back with more volleyball here on CCX Sports.
I try to keep up with what these young people is doing and knowing.
I was at work and I just got a text from a number that I didn't know.
I sent him a text. He texts me back and say, "Who dis?" And I just thought that was the funniest thing.
The next few weeks, you just made fun of me, like would answer the door and say, "Who dis?"
Who dis?
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless. More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, hey, how was your day? That means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
I've been delivering Meals on Wheels to Leon for 13 years.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Leon has definitely inspired me to put more into my relationships. He really cared for his wife, who was ailing for quite a while, in such a touching way that inspired me to be a better person.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Warm evening here in the gym at Park Center, and the Pirates have gotten off to a two-set lead here over Cooper, winning 25-16 and then 25-21. The second one was definitely a little more of a battle, and that might be an indication of what we'll see in the third, but you never know, as Hawks fought back to within a couple points there late, but not able to close it out, so they now staring a 2-0 deficit, but Ukestead will serve to start out our third set here for Cooper. And here we go in the third. McBride shooting it too long there, and Cooper gets on the board first. Good serve and ultimately an overpass, and Zubik puts it away for the Hawks. They go up 2-0. Ukestead has served well. And there's another good serve, and Foster didn't handle that one cleanly. Ukestead led the team coming in with 10 aces. And it's quickly 3-0 Cooper here in the third. Warkin disguised that one well and dumps it over to get Park Center on the board. Coach Borg is getting after his girls a little bit for leaving so much space there. He's saying you got to be ready. It's probably most he's gotten on him tonight, and they were seeing some success early, and he felt like that one should have been a preventable one. And that one hit into the net, so Park Center with a couple of points in a row make it 3-2. Chen serving here for the Pirates. And an overpass there, put away up front by Asia McBride. Another look at that one. The serve obviously led to the pass that was pretty much tailor-made to be put away like that by McBride. That serve's going to be too long. And so a good little run there for Chen and the Pirates, but Cooper now will go back in front 4-3 as Ballard gets set to serve. Queeram coming back in the lineup for Cooper. Good serve by Ballard. Now Workin will send it over. Net violation against Cooper anyway, so score that point for Park Center, even us up at 4. Swanson will come back in. Ballard to Beener, they battle and keep it alive. Wow, thought for sure that one was going to be down. Overpass there, and now a swing at it for Park Center's Richter. Chen will come to work and had to reach for it, but dug up there by King. Good long rally. Who's going to take it? Bukestad had to go off her shoulder, it looked like. And the point goes on. Chen into the middle there. That one's dug up. Quirum sending it over. And what do we have? A call here going against Park Center in the net. Score the point for Cooper. Longest rally of the night for sure. And the Hawks will end up getting the point. Zubik to serve here for Cooper. Workin dropping it in the middle. Good effort, but Cooper not going to be able to keep this one alive, so Park Center ties it up. Kayla Cox back to serve now for Park Center. And Cox not able to handle that one, and it's off the basketball hoop. So Cooper goes back in front here, and Laura Beener will serve it up now for the Hawks as Cole comes back into the Cooper lineup. And Beener delivers an ace. Swanson kind of just watching that one go. This time she gets there. Richter had it denied. Workin was ready though. Ballard will come back to Quirum, but that one's into the net. Hitting error will score the point for Park Center. Workin gets set to serve here for PC. She's been coming with a lot of bullet serves, but Cooper's kind of, well, that one's going to be an ace. I was going to say Cooper had kind of figured out that a couple of them were going to be out, and at first they were getting victimized by them, but then let a couple of them go that were long. Oh, that one off the net, handled though by Zubik. They'll come middle and put away there by Kaylee Fisher. Eight-7 lead now for Park Center. And that one is too strong from Workin. And Cooper, decisions to make on all of those because most of them have been rocket, straight hard serves to the deep part of the court. And that one too deep. So 8-8. Freitag will serve now for Cooper. And we had a net violation against Cooper there. I was watching the other side as it looked like Richter was going to have a hard time stopping her momentum from going into the net, but she did, and instead had a Cooper player, Ballard I believe it was, into the net. So 9-8 lead Park Center. Just out there as it skimmed off the net and then missed the sideline, so evened up now at 9 as Cooper gets the side out. Faith King, the sophomore, will serve for Cooper. Oops, Foster took her eye off that one and misfired. Timeout taken here by Park Center. So Cooper holding the lead 10-9. Park Center's kind of been in control much of the way, well, certainly in the first set. Cooper did have a lead for a while in the second before ultimately losing it by 4 points. There you see what the Hawks have coming up. Another match later this week. That'll be back into conference play in the Metro West as they host St. Louis Park. And then next Thursday, another Metro West match against Bloomington Kennedy for taking on Como Park. And for Park Center, we've got a couple of district rivals later this week. Maple Grove, pretty good team. And then they'll be over at Osseo next Thursday, and they too will play St. Louis Park. That one on the 24th. So out of the timeout, Cooper holding a 1-point lead here. However, they're down 2-0. Faith King to serve for the Hawks. Working to McBride and denied there. Great block by Cole. One-on-one blocking, and Cole got the job done. She's had some nice points tonight for Cooper. That serve might have been heading out, but they played it. And then miss hit there by Fisher. That one was kind of disjointed. I think that ball really might have been heading out, but again, it's so tough when they're up coming at your chest or shoulders and coming there in a hurry and you're just not sure. That's where your teammates have to talk to you. That one's definitely out. So the Pirates, who have looked a little bit more sluggish here in this third set, down by 2 points. Kaylee Fisher will serve. High rainbow serve. And then put away. Cole has really done some good things of late here for the Hawks and does so again. 3-point lead, Cooper. Morgan Eukstead will serve. Foster pushes it over. Ballard coming to the outside, down the line from Zubik. Here's Foster. Ballard will give it to Beener, dug up there. Foster, another swing, and that one is out. So the Hawks lead grows to 4 points. Certainly the largest lead they've had late in any of the sets so far. Orkin will dump it over. And she broke the momentum earlier with that same move, the dump there for Park Center. You see, disguised it pretty well. 14-11 as Chen comes back in to serve. Nice dig there by Richter. Oops, and then double contact called there on the Pirates, so they have had some more mistakes in this third set than they did in the first couple, looks like. And so Cooper holding a 15-11 lead. Savannah Ballard to serve. And misfires down the sideline. She's served well tonight. Good young player, as we mentioned. Number 1 and number 2 for Cooper. Eukstead and Ballard are both 8th graders. And it would appear they're on the way to becoming pretty good players. I'd say they're already pretty accomplished. And that serve is too long from Swanson. So Park Center not quite able to get in a rhythm here in this third set. Zubik to serve, and she gives it right back on the serving error. So Park Center back to within 3, and it'll be Cox serving. And Zubik into the net. So 16-14, Park Center creeping back to within a couple now. And that one denied. A tough ball to Ballard, and then she left King with really not a very good chance on that one. And Park Center was there and ready. 16-15. Ukestead, a nice pass off a tough serve. And then that one is sent way too long by King. So Park Center fighting back to tie things up. Cox will serve. Ukestead going down. Now she gets to play that ball over. Working off the block there. King keeps it up. Here's Richter. Chen able to keep that one alive and then sent over by Fisher. Quirum's hit dug up by Swanson. Richter another chance. And that one is good as she's able to find the deep corner. That's a big point for Park Center. It's a long rally back and forth, and the Pirates ultimately win it on this hit by Richter. Just barely got that green line. Ballard will send it over to the middle and put away by Kaylee Fisher, the junior. We got Fisher with no C, Kaylee Fisher, and then Jordan Fisher with a C in the last name. And this time it's Kaylee Fisher putting it away there for Park Center. They lead at 18-16. A look at the student section here at Park Center. And obviously, folks at Park Center have noticed, but they've kind of done a little remodeling of the gym in the last couple of years here, and new bleachers and new floor, a little new look. It was done right, I think, early in the last fall season, so it's been a little while, but definitely a little bit of an upgrade there. So Cox will serve here for Park Center as they're on a good little roll, now leading at 18-16. And it's an ace. Cox has really come through with some big serves here for PC. And now they lead by 3, as you see, getting that one in a good spot, and the Hawks a little slow to react. Maybe didn't talk right away either, so they're both just a touch hesitant to go after it. And it's another ace. They caught him. Great job by Cox. Caught him creeping up a little bit that time, Jessica Schneider, because they were having trouble handling that ball in the middle, and then they crept up and had it cost them. And sent too long there by Faith King. So Cooper making some mistakes at a critical time here, now down by 5. Autumn Olson will come in now for Cooper. Cox to serve again. Olson getting an early touch on the ball there. Ballard will come right side with it for Quirum. Working across to Richter, rolling it to an open middle as they have the block swung way over to the outside and then didn't get coverage in behind. And it's 22-16. Smart shot there. Cox off the net for another ace. Boy, she can do no wrong right now for Park Center. That one looked like it wasn't going to be one of the best serves ever, but instead it catches the net and was going to probably be in, or at least close enough that Olsen had to play it. So 23-16, Park Center putting on a flurry late in this third set. Now there's some question on substitution here. And that one denied, but Biener was there to dig it up. Another block. Biener sending it over. Orkin coming to Fisher in the middle. Ballard fights it off. Swanson getting it to Workin. Queerum, deep middle. Swanson now working, and here's Richter with a full swing and puts it away. 24-16, another long rally, and it goes Park Center's way. And now they'll look to close out the Hawks. 24-16 lead. And a misfire, and Park Center completes the comeback in the third set. Got off to a slow start in this third, but they will indeed finish off Cooper in 3 straight. Cox and crew getting things done. And you see that one into the net, and Cooper had a good roll going earlier in the set, but Park Center closes strong, and they will finish them off in 3 straight. We will come back to hear from the Pirates in just a moment here on CCX. Park Center beating Cooper in 3 sets.
I got some Oxy after I hurt my neck. First I took them to feel better. Then I just kept taking them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Welcome back here to Park Center as the Pirates get the sweep of Cooper here tonight in a non-conference volleyball matchup, and we're with a couple of the players that helped to get things done for Park Center, starting with Sydney Workin. And tell me about this night. How did you feel like your team performed here to get the sweep?
I think we played really good tonight. You know, it was our first home game, first win. It felt really good. So, yeah.
Good crowd here tonight. There was a lot of students, and I came in here, and I was impressed by that. Was it fun to play where there was some noise and some back and forth like that?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun when we have fans and people are cheering us on and, like, hyping us up.
Obviously, you've got a pretty young team this year, some new players in the lineup and everything, but Coach was telling me she was pretty happy with the way the tournament went over the weekend, and then you kind of, put this one on with it. Are you starting to get pretty excited about what this team's capable of doing right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like, we have a lot of new girls compared to last year, but we're doing really good so far, and the tournament really helped us with our win today, too.
All right, nice job here tonight, and good luck the rest of the season. And Kayla Cox kind of helping to really close it out with that serving run. Do you kind of get in a groove where you feel like everything you put out there is gonna get the job done?
Yeah, sorry. I don't know, I just go back there, take a deep breath, and then I just serve it, and it goes over. That's basically it.
You see this a lot in volleyball where you guys won the first two, but then they came out in the third, kind of took the lead a little bit. But what was the talk like in the huddles? Did you guys stay, pretty positive and confident that you're going to come back on them?
Yeah, we're just talking about keeping the energy up and going, like, scrambling for the balls that we need to scramble for and just keep playing.
Yeah, there were some points down the stretch where it was really long rallies, and you guys seemed to get them all. How big was that for the momentum to be able to win those long points like that?
It was huge to get a big rally like that, and then we score. It just, feels amazing to get that point.
Obviously, you've got some players that are a little bit new to the sport, but can you see them getting better and better week by week and everything starting to click a little bit more?
Yeah. In practice, we all push each other to do better, so it works out in the games.
All right, Kayla, nice job here tonight, and good luck the rest of the season, too.
Thank you.
Kayla Cox and Sydney Workin of the Park Center Pirates as they get the sweep over Cooper here tonight in 3 straight, having to rally from a little bit of a deficit in that third set. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's match, and watch for more volleyball coming up Thursday as Champlain Park takes on Blaine here on CCX Sports. Again, your final is Park Center sweeping Cooper here tonight in Brooklyn Park.